Hello? Okay. All right, first off, before we get started, that table, like, actually brings me to tears. So thank you to everyone who brought something for the St. Louis Crisis Nursery. That's why you guys are our people right here, because you can fill that table up like that. I know a couple people just didn't have a chance to go. Maybe shopping, they wanted to just do a small cash donation. So we are also taking a cash donation, and I'm actually going to personally get to go shop for some babies. So if you want to, feel free. We never ask anyone to particularly pay a certain amount to be here, or it's not you have to have a gift to walk in the door or anything like that. It's very open to whatever anyone can give. But I just am so touched. Like, that's incredible. So thanks, guys. And the meeting's just started. All right. You sure? Okay. All right. So before we get started, I guess we want to go through promotions. So raise your hand if you got a promotion last month. Pretty sure the Legion downline was like well over 100, 200,000 in bonuses alone. So this is just huge. So let's kind of get everyone we'll start with executives. If you promoted to executive for the first time in the month of February, can you please come on up here? We want to hear a little bit about how you did it. Do you have any executives? Okay. How do you feel about public speaking? We give you no chance. You're the poor executive, but you're not.
Yeah. One and only. Okay, so my name is Mackenzie Radel. I'm from Valmeyer.
When did you join?
Okay, I joined in August of last year, and I was actually already charted, but I kind of just focused on getting loyal customers because my goal was Emerald. So I was distributor, and I was going straight to Emerald, but
a little pit stop at
executive.
Let's go. Yeah.
But I promoted to executive, and then I promoted to Ruby. But
you did, right? Yes. Yeah. So she did executive this month.
So
you did executive and Ruby.
Yeah. Oh, and Nikki did too. She's back there. She didn't raise her hand.
Another executive promotion. There we go.
But I just kind of focused on my Instagram account a lot more, and I reached out to a lot of my friends because I feel like the conference just kind of changed me, and I wanted to help all of my friends and my family. So when I first joined It Works, I didn't really want to reach out to my friends and family just yet because I was like, oh, what if it's a scam? I don't know. Or so kind of iffy about it. But then I learned how much we help people and what it is. So. Perfect.
Guys, I want to touch base on something that she said there. She said she was a distributor and she was shooting straight for Emerald. Okay? Set a goal out there. Even if you fall short of that goal, look how much closer she is to it.
So now you're going to hit it
this month.
I'm hitting diamond this month.
So put a goal out there. All right, who else promoted to executive this month? Anybody?
We have someone back there.
Did you go Ruby?
Yes.
Okay. Any new Rubies last month? Ruby. Cassie, come on up. Come on up. Yeah, there. If you were Ruby, come on.
Yeah.
Come on up. We won't bite. Leaders, if you see
there's a new Ruby too. So perfect timing. That was perfect. That was awesome.
Okay, come on up. All right. That's okay. You just promoted to Ruby though?
Yeah.
Okay. Right here. Go ahead. ahead and introduce yourself. Tell everybody your name, where you're from, when you got started, and a tip. A tip. How you got to Ruby this month? What made it happen?
My name is Erin McGuire. I live in Fenton. I started in July, and I just didn't quit believing that I could get to Ruby. Honestly, I don't know any other secrets. I just kept telling myself I could do it.
Did you decide like beginning of the month, middle of the month? Like,
Yeah, I was hoping
happening?
to go to Emerald, but I just at the beginning of the month couldn't put in the work, and then I was like, no, forget it. I'm not giving up. I'm going to go to Ruby. So
Perfect.
My name is Vicki Rednar. I've been with It Works since August of last year. So where we? My tip. Okay, my tip. My tip would be to always believe in yourself, because the thing is, and I will tell you, and my upline can vouch for me, I didn't set any goals for myself. Sounds ridiculous, but I set goals for my daughter and for my mother. So I had goals that I wanted them to reach, and then them reaching their goals kind of by accident. I went executive one day and Ruby the next. So we actually met on the last day of the month, and I was with Erica and Megan and Lauren, and I couldn't even tell you. But anyway, we were all together, and the big thing is anybody that's known me for more than a minute knows that I'm very, very positive. I don't allow negativity, and Megan will tell you my daughter was there, and she was having a bit of a struggle. She had a little bit of an issue that day, and we got together and we met, and I have my hot list, I have my cold list, and I have my everybody else that, I might need to pull in just because I mean, we had somewhere we had to be. So I talked with Megan. Chelsea had to leave to go to cheer or something, and Megan and I talked a little bit longer, and I was like, okay, this is what we got to do. Got to go, got to do it. And that day, my mom hit executive. Myself, I went executive the day before. I hit Ruby on the last day. Mackenzie was with us. She went executive one day and then went Ruby the next. And then we got my daughter to Emerald. So just don't ever give up. And I'm not dropping the mic.
I'm Ruby Hobbs. I'm from Fenton, Missouri, and I went Ruby pretty much on the last day of the month. My tip, so we went to conference, me and my husband, and that's really when he got on board, and he started pushing me a lot harder than I was pushing myself. My hormones are everywhere, so my God. But when he started pushing me, that's really when I realized I could do it. And my upline was wonderful, Melissa. She was like, we have to get you, to Ruby. So I pushed and I really didn't take no for an answer when it came to my PLCs, and I was like, no, I need you to sign now. Like, it could be a couple days. I'm like, I'm gonna need you to sign now. And they're like, okay. And so, I mean, I probably signed 4 or 5 loyals, I think, and then worked with my downline, and they were signing, and they were trying to get me there as well. So, same thing, just never give up. And at conference, when they brought back the good bonuses, like, me and my husband looked at each other, I'm like, I doubted myself. I was like, I don't think I can get there. And then I literally did in like 48 hours. So, yeah, don't give up.
I'm Kathy Wadlow. I've been in 2 years in February. Always want to be Ruby. I haven't got there yet until now, thanks to Stacy. I was helping Stacy. I was texting everybody. We need an order today. Can we get an order? My leader's going for a bonus. Can we help her? And then she finally texts me and says, "You're Ruby." And I go, "Shut up." I didn't know I was going to be Ruby. So I am excited. Yeah, so now I am shooting for everyone, but I'm going right to that.
Congratulations, ladies. Love it, ladies. Okay, so that was
Here. For those of you that were at conference, I can talk about nothing. You guys were at conference. Our leader, Erica, gave these out to the team. And I'll tell you, I put mine on and I told Erica, since I'm like more about my daughter, I told her I was wearing this till we made Chelsea a double diamond. She's gonna look at that.
For those of you who don't know, rubies are they are the most important thing in our business. So whenever you get to ruby, that is a huge milestone, because now that you know how to get to ruby, you can teach your team to get to ruby. And all it takes is 3 rubies to get to diamond. Okay, so now let's have our brand new emeralds. Do we have any emeralds? Oh yeah. Are we a $2,000 bonus?
Okay, my name is Maggie Hood, and I'm from West Frankfort, Illinois. I went to conference this year as an executive. I was charted for Ruby.
Hold on for 1 second. I don't mean to interrupt you. So you were executive the first of this month,
Yes.
and you went in. Okay, just for me.
So I went to conference, and I didn't really know what to expect. I started in September, by the way, so not that part. And conference was like literally crazy. Like everyone said it was like gonna change your business, and it like did so much more than that for me. It changed like my life. So I came home and I was charted for Ruby, so I just started cold messaging like crazy, like anyone and everyone on my Facebook and my Instagram, and I knew I wanted to go Emerald for that new bonus. So I knew I would be Ruby for sure since I was charted. So I just had to add some DTs and get my volume up, and did it, and it was crazy. And now I'm going for double diamond this month. My last minute tip would be definitely cold messaging. Like I post like crazy, a million times a day on social media, but it just doesn't do what asking does.
All right, our $20,000 bonus earners, diamonds, come on up.
A lot of that's 22,000.
Oh yes, 22.
So I think that's
Oh, yes.
Did they both get emerald and diamond? I think so. 22,000. That was thinking to all of you who are Ruby right now, they went Ruby to diamond in 1 month, and they went Ruby to diamond. I mean, conference was, a month ago today, right? Wasn't it a month ago today? Yeah. So it's like in 4 weeks they did it.
My name is Stacy Gegg. I'm from St. Genevieve. I've been in the business 4.5 years, you guys. I've had ups in my business, and I've had downs in my business, and I've had days where I didn't think I was going to continue my business. But I did. I've had months where I was like, is this really for me? I went to conference for the 3rd time this year, and each time I took a little something more away. This year, though, it was really the bigger picture that it's about so much more than me and what I want to do every day. It's about my team and the people who are using our products, and just, making a difference. So I finally decided at conference, I guess that's what had happened, that I really was worthy of this, and I wasn't any different than anybody else. When we came home, I just poured into my team. I have so many dedicated team members who have been with me through the ups and downs. And this month, we really just picked each other up. And I think every one of us signed at least one distributor this month, a ton of little customers. We had some parties together. I mean, we just had a really fun month together, and just making myself available for my team. It was an awesome month. And also an amazing sideline sister who made sure, she was texting me, and we'd meet and do things together, and it seriously makes all the difference. So they, having someone going through it or who's been through it, and helps you remember what you're working for. It's great. So it feels amazing. I don't know if it's fully hit me yet, but
It will on commission.
Yes. It'll be falling. So that's my story.
Everyone looking at it, I'm nervous. My name is Emily Gobble, and I joined this business in May of last year. I went Ruby, and I got my $1,000 bonus then, and I was a Ruby until conference, until we sat in those conference chairs and looked around at everybody and realized that we could be any one of those people that were in VIP, any one of those people that were on stage. They were no different than me. They were no different than any of you guys. My husband was with me too, and that moment, he started looking around, and we were thinking the same thing, like, we could totally do this. We can be on stage. So as soon as we got back from conference, my team, we knew where we were headed, and everybody got to work right away. We did not even see Emerald in the system. It never even happened. It just went straight to Diamond. We did 3, 4, 5 nights a week. We were doing parties. We were doing get-togethers. We just held each other close. We stayed in contact. We had goals that we knew we wanted to achieve, and that's how we got there. I would not be here if it wasn't for my team, and just doing it together. It's amazing, and I don't think it's hit me either. I mean, it's just kind of, I'm in shock still.
It's just, and you guys, I mean, from here, if you could go Ruby to Diamond in 1 month, double is in the bag.
Yeah. Double's happening. Yeah, it's crazy. So we'll be up here next month. And I can't wait.
Double diamonds. Lauren Murphy.
Oh yeah.
And 30. Oh yeah, you get to talk, and you should be up there talking for Derek. Where's Derek? We can satellite.
Derek, how did you do it?
So you have to say that you went and you got both too, because you went.
Oh, well, yeah. Okay, so I'm Lauren Murphy, and I went double diamond this month. So I started back in May, and I went diamond fairly quickly, like by July, and I had a lot of success off the get-go. But like being really honest, as soon as I went diamond, I was like, okay, well, I work full time, I travel for my job, I had a newborn baby. And I was like, this, $2,600 as a high-paid diamond, and this $26 is pretty nice, and that's what I was gonna do. Like, I know that sounds awful, but I just felt like it wasn't attainable to be more than a diamond. Like with what I was doing. And I was kind of like in denial. Like I would have conversations with Erica about how I didn't really think that, sorry, I got distracted because I see my son falling right now. So, are you okay? I just didn't really believe that I would be double, triple, beyond. And there were even days where like I just thought, is this worth it? I'm coming home from work, and I never saw like that I could actually leave like a corporate position and work this business. I thought this was a side business. Like I didn't view it as, like a long-term, this could be like my all, and I could actually be at home, because I always prided myself on being a career woman. My parents own a business, and I always thought I want to be a working mom. Like I look up to my parents, I look up to my mom, and I quickly realized this isn't a stay-at-home mom. This is a work-at-home mom job. And that really hit me at conference. And, I think everybody takes different things away at conference. And for me, it was just that I'm going to do this. Like, I'm done, like, just collecting that $2,600 a month and, playing it safe and just being, I never, like, said I would never quit. That wasn't, but I was just going to be a diamond forever. And so at conference, I was sitting there with my team, and I was just like so inspired, and I kept thinking to myself too, like, I'm telling these people on my team like what they can do and what this can do for their lives, but I'm not really pushing to do more than diamond, so like not really setting the example. And I just had all these like things running through my head, and I had a sideline there with me that I was pushing. I was like, you got this, like you need this, you know? And I'm like, what? Like, who am I to tell them that? Like, I'm not doing anything extra. So when I left conference on the 6th, I was like, I'm going double. Like, there's no way I'm not. My husband is under me on my team as well, and he was a distributor. So I was like, I'm just gonna grow both of us, and I needed to sign, I don't even know. I ended up signing 11 distributors last month, and like it seemed totally impossible on paper. Like my chart was like, yeah, right. But I signed 11 distributors, and then they signed distributors, and the volume was crazy. But it happened like at the last hour. I didn't think it was going to happen. We were sitting at Fraley's. I'm like, okay, is this system broken? I'm starting to like get the sweats, and you know. But I've never worked so hard in my life during a month. I said many times like sorry to my husband, and because I'd come home from work and get directly on my computer and be on my phone nonstop, and we're laying in bed at night and I'm texting somebody or messaging somebody, or you know, and you do have moments of guilt, but you have to keep in the sight of like, this is for the long-term picture. Like I'm gonna do this for the short term, and things are gonna have to suffer for like a second for like the big picture. And so that's what I did. My husband went emerald, really close to diamond. I'm like a little salty about that, but he is diamond now, and as soon as all the volumes run, and so he'll be diamond this month. And you know, I'm a realist, so I know ask, believe, receive, Erica. I hear you, but so yeah, like I'm going for triple. Is it going to happen this month? You know, I'm growing an entire diamond. So do I think? Here's the thing, I'm going for triple. So we'll see. Okay? But I think the biggest thing, guys, that I realize is like, it's a mindset, and you can do it if you put your mind to it, and it's what you put in is what you get back. And I was talking to someone else about, like, I have a team page myself, and it's amazing what your presence does for your team. And ultimately, you grow when your team is growing. And like my team page wasn't strong at all. Like I would just defer people to STL Wrap. And all of a sudden when I was like fired up and getting excited, like my team was replicating what they saw me being and doing. And I saw them posting more, and I saw them making videos and posting on the team page. And we had tons of promotions in my team. I was so excited for them, but I think that your team will replicate, and your energy is going to be contagious. Whatever you're doing, your team just follows suit. Whether you believe you're a leader or not, I don't care if you're a distributor. If you have someone on your team, you're a leader, and they're looking to you to set the example and the tone. And if you're not excited about it, they're not going to be excited about it. If you don't believe that you can do it, they're not going to believe, even if you're telling them. They'll see by your behavior if you really believe that you'll go to next. So in terms of getting people, in the same way, you can post as much as you want. It's really about reaching out to people. I will say, like, I upped my posts. I was like so annoying. I was annoying myself with my amount of posts, but I didn't care. I was like texting Erica. I'm like, I'm the most annoying human being right now, but it's working, and I'm getting like 4 customers a day, so I don't care. You know, like I'm doing this, and my dad was like, I unfollowed you. I'm like, like, he's so super supportive, but he's like, I don't have time to go through all your posts. I can't even see my friends. I'm like, friends do you have? Anyway, so I just think that, you know, that wasn't my natural style. Like, I'm more about posting like maybe 2 times a day. Like I post in the morning and I post at night. And I really, someone at conference had mentioned getting on Instagram and putting your phone in airplane mode and presetting all of your posts. So like the night before I put my phone in airplane mode, I make all my posts so that they're super thoughtful and I'm not doing them in a rush. And then basically it'll have an X by it. And then whenever you turn your phone back into normal mode throughout the day, you just log back in and press the refresh button and your post will post whenever you want it to. But it doesn't, you don't have to like think throughout the day, like, okay, I gotta I'm on my lunch break and I got this problem at work and the nanny just called because my son's, got pink eye, so now I gotta think of some post, so do it when you have a time. And then reaching out to people and just like being very thoughtful in the messaging, not just sending a generic message. I think we talk about that so much, but I still think that's a struggle for people. Or a lot of people ask me like, what's a script that you send to people? I'm like, there's not a script. Like I don't send like a specific message to anybody. I make conversation. Emmy and I met yesterday at Starbucks and we were talking and she was talking about how it helps so much whenever she is messaging people and just like having conversation with them, like take an invested interest in their life and like what they're doing and what's going to speak to them. Some people want the fun, some want the friendship, some want the freedom. So what is it? And you have to be able to speak to that person from a genuine place. So I think that would be like my biggest, tips for everybody. And yeah, I think that's it. So,
Hi, my name's Melissa. It's Walter hyphenated Bob. I joined May 25th. I went diamond in 68 days, and I just went double diamond. I think the biggest thing for me is when we did our last diamond dinner. I remember sitting there just I said it wasn't my time. And Eric was like, no, you got to quit saying that. It is your time. And then Lauren and I really started chatting a lot more because she's right above me. And I said, let's just do this. And I think we do our promotions together. Yeah. So we message every day. I talk to my team probably daily. I have my own page. And it's just one of those things. I'm like, it's time to do something different. And I ended up going double diamond. Like she said, it was like the last minute. We're like getting, orders in, getting customers. Brittany's working, Brandy, and, everyone was working. And it just happened. But I think the biggest thing is for me is everyone says, I don't have time for this. A little background with me, like with Erica, I have 2-year-old triplets. I have a 6-year-old. I'm a full-time PE teacher. I'm president of our multiples group, and I'm on our local school board and doing this on top of it. So when people tell me like, there's no time, I can't do this, I'm like, I understand, because if I can make the time, I'm probably one of the busiest people in the room. Anybody can make this business happen. Something I do monthly is I do the steps to success. Since I joined in May, I joined May 25th. I got my loyals from one distributor. Every month at December when my grandpa died, I've done the steps. So every month I enroll 3 distributors. I get at least my 4 loyals. I think we just looked at my calendar. I have 7 parties and events the next week. And it's just one of those things. I don't make excuses. I have a supportive family to a point. But I have it, it's kind of getting to, like she said, like, I'm sorry I put my phone down, trying to get my 6-year-old to bed. I'm on the phone till midnight, getting up at 5:30. I am very busy, but it's so worth it because when we see those paychecks, I am paying off debt. I can open college funds for my girls. So it's about so much more. Like it's helping my teammates that are all here, having that financial freedom, not worrying, what ifs, how are we going to pay stuff? So that's my biggest tip is just follow those steps, do your post. Don't ever give up and don't make excuses because I think excuses are the biggest thing. Because if we reach out to some people, they're like, I don't have time. You got to make time because if you work a full-time job, don't expect to promote in 2 to 3 months because that's not going to happen. With this company, you can promote in 1 month. You can promote in 2 months. So just stay positive and work hard and you're going to see the success. So I'm going to keep my
I love that. Let's think about this again. So 32,000, 30,000, and they both earned 10,000 already this year. Well, wait, plus you both earned $1,000 bonus. So over $40,000 apiece, like in 9 months. That's insane, guys. And they're pretty normal. I mean, they're pretty normal people. So that's what I love. I love that you guys need to take like a moment and let it sink in that like you can be any of these people who are up here. Like you could be any of them. You would be easily, you could be me. But anyone could do this. But no, I mean, we could all kind of go, ooh, check. We could all go on and on, but just watching that, I could do that all day and just watch real people change their lives. And we said in our house, we sat our kids down, and I kind of told my team this. I said, we sat them down, and I said, here's the thing. Mom's going to be working a lot this month. And when I get home or we get home, I'm going to need you to help out. I'm going to need you maybe to keep your room a little bit cleaner. I'm going to need you, to just help Dad because I'm going to be upstairs working. And I said, but here's the thing. I'm gonna do this for a couple months, guys, and we will have all of the rest of the year to do what we want when we want it with no issues. So know that these little bit of sacrifices and these little bit of moments that you kind of have to, sacrifice and give up are all worth it, because you can't go. There's no one who went up here who promoted who didn't sacrifice a lot. It didn't matter if they were executive or they were double diamond. It just depends on how much you're willing to sacrifice. So take a moment and realize maybe some things that you could cut out for this month and sacrifice for this month, and you'll get those promotions. So.
Okay, can I just say one more thing? Okay, so really quick, something I just said.
We should sit down. I'm all. Can we get a bottle of wine and just hang out back?
Okay, something that I told my team the other day too, because somebody was saying I really was that distributor who thought I would never be double diamond. I put this on the STL Wrap page, but for some of you that didn't see it, I watched, when I started, Erica went presidential, Megan went double, Leslie went double, Mandy had promoted and I told them, I said, you guys are some crazy bitches.
That's what she is.
Okay, they were crazy. And I was like, what are they talking about? Month end is so hard. I'm I literally was like, you guys are so crazy. And I thought I would never be like that. I'm totally like that. And the thing that I was telling someone on my team is push really hard right now when you're a distributor and executive in Ruby, because I'm telling you, it's not that it gets easier, you're managing a lot more, but the higher up you become, it gets easier. It really does. And I think because I remember exactly where I was the first LC I got. I was sitting on a golf cart with my husband. I was trying to hold my son, and my husband was so pissed because I was so excited, and I had to stop the cart to get this girl's information because I was going to sign my first customer. And I remember the same thing with my first distributor. Now, signing 11 distributors in 1 month is, people are like, how did you do that? And I'm like, I wouldn't have been able to do that when I was a distributor or an executive. You do have to push a little bit harder in the beginning, because when people start to see your success, it's just natural that they want to join you. So really push now, because I promise it gets almost a little bit easier the higher up that you get, if that makes sense. Okay, that's it. I love it.
I still remember when I went executive, Alicia moved a $60 order to me to help me go executive, because I didn't even know that you could make an order to make it happen, and I ordered $400 worth of stuff. Long story. I ordered a bunch because I had this huge vendor fair that I was going to do. 2 people walked by my table. All of a sudden, it was so bad. But I remember, and she was like, "Why didn't you move that way?" I didn't know I could. I still remember. I still remember where I was sitting the minute I saw executive hit. And you'll never lose that. So push for that moment. You guys could probably, everyone, I know where it's at. I know who my first loyal was, my first distributor, all of it. So you won't ever forget it.
All right, let's give a big round of applause for all of these promotions. I can collectively say for everybody that promoted, there's something that happens the month you promote. You believe it's going to happen. You know it's going to happen. You're going to do everything you can to make it happen. We are still in the very first week of this month. You can decide right now that this is going to be the month that you promote. So I want to see, how many executives are we going to have in March? Raise your hand. How many rubies are we going to have? How many emeralds with a $2,000 bonus are we going to have? Diamonds with a $20,000 double diamond with a $30,000 bonus. Triple diamond with a $50,000 bonus. Presidential with a $100,000 bonus. And ambassador of $150,000. So decide right now in this moment, that you are going to make March your month. Make it yours. Write it down somewhere whenever you get home to where you're gonna see it every single day. I am Ruby, I am Diamond. Put it on the background of your phone, put it on the mirror in your bathroom, because the more you see it, the more you're gonna make it happen. So, I'll let you kind of, okay. Okay, so for those of you who went to conference, well, they're gonna go out to everybody or just, okay.
But explain the story of why we won.
Okay. I need to see what was on it. All right, so you're gonna be getting a little bracelet from Alicia, and these are from Alicia, and it says 2 different things on it. One of them says it's not if, it's when. So for those of you who have ever heard Alicia's story, or I mean really any of our stories, we all kind of decided no matter what happens, we all are gonna be an ambassador one day. It's not a matter of if, it's a matter of when it's gonna happen. So the other side says never give up. Because if you never give up, every single one of you in this room will be an ambassador diamond. So who's not giving up? Every single hand in this room should be raised. Even you, little lady. I'll let you.
So these are your daily reminders, okay? Remind yourself every single day, wear this every day. Remind yourself that you're never going to give up. And then as long as you don't give up, as long as you believe in yourself, you're going to make it happen. This is what I want to give you. This is what I want you to remember on a daily basis. You can do this. I believe in you, and this is me telling you that you can do this.
Now there's a card with it.
Okay, there's a card with it. It says, I am positive, I am confident, I am worthy, and that is underlined on purpose. I believe in myself, and I am enough. Then she has, for I know the plans I have for you, declares the Lord. Plans to prosper you and not to harm you. Plans to give you hope and a future.
So I'm going to pass these out.
I know, right?
Like, everyone's gonna need this guys, because there's gonna be a moment. I don't need a microphone. I scream at the children all day long. This is my mom voice. There's gonna be a moment
You all are gonna wanna like turn in the towel. And maybe for the month it's already happened. Maybe you've had 10 of those moments. Maybe you've had 100 of those moments. But I can tell you, us standing up here, I can't tell you how to push past that moment because I still have that moment. Like, we all still have that moment, okay? I've had that moment probably 20 times this month. 20 times. Probably 20 times today, actually, okay? So don't think that you're any different or that all of us standing up here don't have moments where we say we can't do it. But here's the difference is we, just like those amazing words that are on that card, we push through those moments. We remind ourselves we are worthy of this and we can do this. So you guys have to do that. No one else can tell you those things. I can cheer, we can cheer you all on all month long. I can pat you on the back. You know, we can put nice things on your Facebook wall, but you have to be the one to push through those hard times. And here's the thing I have found, and I'm sure you guys would say the same, and everyone who's promoted in this business, is every time before something really good happens, something really bad happens. Like, every time something really good is about to happen, something really bad happens first. It's in life. It's in all of it. I could go on about all of our different stories, but the minute I got introduced to this business was the same month that my husband and I were going to marriage counseling on a bi-weekly matter, in a bi-weekly time. Worst part of our entire marriage, struggling financially so bad that we didn't even know who each other were. I mean, and there were moments that we were like, that we have to go to counseling or else this will never work. And it was in that month that I was introduced to this business. Now, did I go presidential the next month? No, but this was that something good that came. So just know that maybe you got something good with being in this room. Well, bad stuff's probably gonna happen, but something good is coming of it. It's just a test, guys. It's just a test of if you're ready for what's to come. So, smile. That's it. That's all I have. Quietly now.
Okay, so Erica mentioned, and I'm like really emotional today, I'm not gonna lie, like I've had a rough day. Hormones are a bitch. So you have moments when you just want to give up, and I had 50 of those last month. Like I called my husband, I'm like, I'm done. Like I can't keep doing this, I can't keep pushing forward, I can't keep building this, and then seeing this crumble, and my other business was like overwhelming. It's very overwhelming. And being very pregnant, it's tough, I'm not gonna lie. But then there are days when I decide to not be strong and keep it all in, and I text or call my besties, and that is when I get a refuel and a recharge, and I'm able to push forward. So Erica says only you can decide to push forward, only you can make yourself do that. But I just want to stress the importance of finding somebody in this business that is going to push you and make you want this for yourself even when you can't see it. I can't tell you how many times last month I texted Christy and I'm like, please tell me this is going to be worth it. Or I'll call Erica and I'll be like, I don't know what I'm doing here. Or I'll text Alicia incessantly every single day, like I normally do. But find somebody that is going to inspire you and help you and lift you up when you're having a bad month. And I just can't stress that enough. I love you guys so much. So thank you for getting me through the last few months.
Because you can't do it alone.
You can't.
And,
you can't.
and I told, I had said them to my team today. We talked a little bit about this. And I said, here's the thing. You're going to have like bad moments. You're going to have bad days, like I said. But that's the moment that you need to find that sideline. Maybe you already have that relationship set up. And if you don't, you need to find it. You can find it in this room right now. We can take 5 minutes at the end of this and make sure that you can kind of find someone. And if you don't have someone, reach out to your uplines and we can say, hey, let's connect you two. I think you guys would work. But here's the thing, on my worst day, I compliment these three. And you'll find when I go and I send them something or I give them something, it's usually probably what I need to tell myself. But in doing it for someone else, I feel a little bit better. So that's what you need your sideline for too. Okay, you need to not dwell on those bad days. I say, like, don't give it the headspace, okay? Doesn't mean it's not gonna come, but when it comes, let it go. And if you have to let it go, maybe give a compliment to someone else, okay? I've given more compliments to friends and family who aren't even involved in It Works and just told them I was proud of them. And I walked in, we had gone to a dinner last night and then had a birthday party. Walked into a birthday party and a friend of mine who I haven't seen in probably a year comes up to me, gives me a big hug and goes, hey, just so you know, I unfollowed you on Facebook. And I'm like, thank you, you and everyone else. He goes, but I follow you on Instagram and I have to tell you, I'm so proud of you. And said that to me probably about 5 different times. And there was no reason for it. I never in a million years would have thought that this friend would say that to me. But that was what I needed to hear in that moment. And in giving that to other people all week long, God found a moment to give it to me. So you guys have to do that. Whether you believe in God or the universe or whatever, you still know that being a good person and giving positivity, you get positivity back. So go be positive this month. If nothing else, do that for someone. It will come back. So, yes. Okay, anything else that we kind of want to add? Questions? Do you want to tell how Derek went double diamond?
That's why.
As his wife. Would you like to step in as his representative? So Derek went double because of his amazing wife. Okay, anything? All right, so let's kind of jump in. Any questions really fast before we get started on social media? Okay, and we are going to get very kind of different. We're not going to go through like, click on this and I want you to hashtag that. We're going to share with you what's been working for us on social media. And we also want those of you who's been utilizing social media to kind of maybe answer some questions with us. So before we get started on that, any questions that you have in promotions, anything like that? No? Good? Okay. All right, one thing I will add before we move on, if you are going for that Ruby $1,000 promotion, you must have your 4 loyals. Gotcha? 4 loyals, super important, okay? Make sure you have those, because that's what qualifies you for it. Okay, raise your hand if you have signed ever a loyal customer or a distributor from social media, any kind, Facebook, Instagram. Well, there you go. Okay, raise your hand if you've done it from Instagram. There you go, it can be done. All right, so we're gonna kind of go over, like I said, social media. I'm going to give who I call, like, she's my queen of Instagram. Like, she'll always be, I don't know who those other girls are, Jocelyn, who, I don't know. My queen of Instagram is Christy Mueller. This girl, I'm gonna tell your story. So this girl, we've been sidelines friends since the very beginning, so 3 years now, and I've watched her transform into an amazing leader. And her depth of knowledge in Instagram and social media and how to be genuine, which is key, guys. That's the kicker, is to be genuine when you're doing it over the phone and over the computer. This girl knows how to do it. She's taught me more than anyone else ever has when it comes to Instagram. So, and I remember saying, I am signing a distributor on Instagram. And I remember asking her, what do I say? And she'd be like, why are you asking me what to say? We don't do scripts. But I would ask her all the time because she knows what she's talking about. So I'm gonna let Christy kind of give you a couple tips on what's been working for her on Instagram lately.
I wasn't expecting that.
Sorry, because you little eat it.
Okay, so I'm not going to go into like the basics of it because I feel like a lot of you probably already know that, and you can do that through YouTube. So I want to kind of address messaging a little bit, people on there. I used to teach to people when somebody likes your post, you just send them a message. Hey girl, thanks for loving my post. Were you interested in learning more about what I do? But here's the thing. I used my paste button when I did that. So I want all of you right now to pretend from here on out there is no such thing as a paste button. There's no copy, there's no paste. Whenever you are messaging somebody, you are messaging them right there from the heart, and it doesn't even have to be about It Works. You can go to their page, make sure they're not already an It Works distributor, because yes, I'm sure a couple of us can raise our hand in the room that have been messaged by somebody asking. The little boy back there is raising his hand, yes. Have been messaged and asked if they want to join their team. So make sure they're not an It Works distributor, but go to their page, get to know them, message them about something going on in their life, their kids, their family, a recent vacation. You don't have to ask or talk to them about It Works, because people are going to appreciate you so much more at the end of the day because you cared about them enough not to use that copy and paste button. So does anybody have any questions about the messaging?
Don't tell people that their baby is so cute that you want to squeeze it.
They might think you're
That's inside that girl.
And I want to point out that Instagram isn't just for people who aren't local to you, because I have my very first Instagram distributor sitting back there who she's from St. Louis. So it doesn't have to be people that are in different states from you. Search things that are connected with your area. Do boutiques in your area, salons in your area, stores in your area. Connect with people like that too. So it doesn't need to be people that aren't local to you. Another thing that I want to go over, I think a lot of us, whenever we first get Instagram, we market on Facebook or what. I'm going to go over your Facebook.
I know, I share everything. They're good pictures.
Yes. No, I'm not critiquing yours. No, I feel like you're like kind of the Facebook guru. So I'm gonna kind of go into both right there. A lot of us feel like we're branding It Works, when in reality, we're branding ourselves. We are still an individual person. I am not just an It Works distributor. I will never be just an It Works distributor. I will always be Chrissy Mueller. So from now until forever, I'm advertising me. So my whole life isn't wraps, defining gel, skincare, making an extra $1,000 a month. That is not my life. My life is me. So show people who you are, share things that relate to you, brand yourself. Get people to know you as a person to where they feel like if they go to your Facebook or their Instagram, they're gonna see who you are just by glancing. So if I go to your page and I see it works, it works, it works, it works, it works, I'm not gonna follow you back. You need to be branding yourself. So at the end of the day, it's about you. It's not just about It Works. Is that good? Anything else over Instagram? Anybody have any questions?
I would add that it is about consistency.
Yes. So I've been working my Instagram, I think 2 years now.
Year and a half.
Yeah. So, because I signed my first one first distributor a year and a half ago. So I did not wake up and just complete the steps of success on Instagram. I did not wake up in 30 days and have a huge following on Instagram. It took me months of consistency. I did something every single day for my Instagram. It is time consuming. I could spend 24 hours in a day just on there. I don't do it, but I could. But you've got to be consistent with it. You can't just do something one day or once a week or a couple times a month. It's not going to pay off for you. But I promise if you do it every single day for at least 6 months, you're going to be banking it in because of Instagram. Because of Instagram, I do the steps of success every single month. My business it's around Instagram. And yours can be too if you're consistent with it. So don't quit with it.
Can you be more specific when you're talking about consistency?
Yes.
Exactly.
Okay, so she asked if I can be more specific on consistency. There's 3 things. One of them is building relationships with my followers. That means liking on their stuff, commenting on their stuff, messaging, but not just about It Works too. Second one is following new people.
I really like that some people say you have to earn the right to message.
Yes.
Whether you earn the right by commenting.
Yeah, I do not just message a random person on Instagram.
She doesn't either.
Yes. I have got to earn my right to message them. And the only time I message them and they didn't earn it is if maybe they posted something and I want to message them about that, compliment them. But I have got to earn that. I am not just going to message somebody and be like, hey, are you interested in trying out my products? Or, hey, could you use an extra $500? I did not earn that unless maybe I posted something about the wraps, they liked it or they commented on it, and I'm going to message them and be like, or I'll comment, if they commented, I'm going to go ahead and message you. So I earned that message. I didn't just send a group of cold messages that day. So that's the first one, is being consistent with, what did I say it was? Building relationships, yes. The second one is following new people every day. Please do not go to my page or another It Works distributors page and go to their followers, because that would be like me going to maybe your wrap party and trying to get all of your guests to be my distributors or my customers. So work at getting your followers, and they're going to follow you by also creating that relationship with them. So I'm going to comment on people's stuff that I'm following that might not follow me back, but they're going to, because I'm building a relationship with them. And the third thing that you need to be consistent with is your posting. Of course, I do this full time, but prior to doing It Works full time, I still made it a point to post every single day. And I tell everybody, you need to make sure you post 5 to 6 times a day. If you work, that's fine. Wake up, make a post. Get done getting ready, make a post. Make a post at lunch, make a post at break. Get home, make a post. Make a post before you go to bed. That's 6 times that you could have still done with a 9 to 5. So don't let your job hold you back from, Don't let your job hold you back from being consistent. Following new people, creating relationships, and posting. If you do those every single day, Not just for 6 days, not just for 30 days, not just for 6 months. But if you do it every day for your entire business, it's gonna pay off for you, I promise. And if you say you don't like Instagram, it's because you're not using it right. You'll love it if you do.
When you say 5 to 6 times a day, how many are you doing that are just like personal?
Honestly, I maybe only have 2 of those about It Works.
Okay.
That's it. Everything else is about my life. It's about maybe food, something funny.
Quotes.
Yes, I do a lot of quotes. Fashion. Yes. Family, friends, funny, food, fashion, quotes, cute. Use Pinterest to your advantage.
Yes.
Yeah. Somebody have their hand raised over here? No? Good. Okay. That's it on Instagram. One more.
What are your thoughts on public versus private?
That, okay, public versus private, that is completely up to you. Try both of them. Try private for 2 weeks, see how you like it. Try public for 2 weeks, see how you like it. I was public for probably my first 1.5 years, and I'm private now. So I mean, it's completely up to you. One piece of advice, don't put your It Works website in your bio. People do not get my It Works website until they are ready to order right then and there. So if you're putting your website on there, they're gonna take themselves there and they're gonna answer their questions themselves of how they think the answer is. When I wanna talk to who's interested. So don't put your website on your bio, put your Facebook profile link. Good?
I'm gonna add one.
Okay.
So this super smart
Here, she had to really dumb it down for me with Instagram when I first was starting because I couldn't get my head around it. And I remember her saying, pick 3 things that kind of like describe you, like 3 things that are your thing. And I was like, okay, well, triplets, okay, I'll add, that's one of my things that makes me different. And then I was like, I think I did like fashion and I don't even know what my 3rd thing was. I think it was like fashion and fitness kind of stuff. And that's what I posted on for, a long time. Because I was like, okay, those are the 3 things that describe me. And those were the hashtags that I would go to and like. So even when I make a post so if I do a post about being a triplet mom, I then click my last post it, I have a hashtag triplet mom. I then click on that hashtag and I go through and I follow people who have the same hashtag as me. Because I know that they're gonna be like, well, who's this Erica Holmeyer girl? And they're gonna go to my page and they're gonna see that the last thing I did was a triplet mom thing. Oh, that's where we connect. That's where she asked to be my friend. Instead of going, okay, I did triplet mom, now I'm gonna go follow all these fitness people. Okay, no, then when I did a fitness post, I then followed fitness people. So that was like, I remember that I was like, now I can get this. I need such simple terms on that.
So I have a question. If you don't have a public page, there's really no point to do hashtags, right?
Correct.
Oh, yeah, sorry, I'm public, because I don't know any better, I feel like.
Yeah, if you are private and you're hashtagging, it's kind of, I just do it for fun.
Yeah.
Like my hashtags don't make sense because I'm private, nobody's gonna see them.
Right.
So, but if you're public, hashtag all you want, but don't do 30 hashtags on a post, because that just looks
Don't
silly.
hashtag It Works ever.
Yes.
Yeah.
Don't
Or
ha-
work from
yeah.
home, or, yeah. or-
Because if you ever have spammy people comment on your post, like come follow me or sweet pic, cool page, or something like that, it's because of your hashtags. So just FYI. Instagram, yes. Yes.
Yeah, like I said, I'm still public on Instagram because I'm still learning Instagram. I've signed a couple of distributors, actually all of my distributors last month. I told them all Instagram. So I'm getting there. But I still need the hashtags for me to know what I'm looking for myself. That's where I love that. It's kind of your thing. You gotta
And I
figure it
like
out.
how you kind of brought up you follow other triplet moms. Like me personally, I'm not going to follow triplet moms. So follow people that relate to you. Like I follow a lot of hairstylists just because I was a former hairstylist, so I relate to hairstylists. So follow people that relate to you, but don't limit that to be just your audience. You can follow other people, but I'm not going to go search triplet moms because they're going to be like, who is this person trying to follow me? I have nothing to do with them.
Do you unfollow, like you keep it even? You unfollow?
Yes, yes. You don't want to like be following 10,000 people and only have 500 people following you back. You want to control that, keep it even, because if somebody goes to that page, like if I go to your page and it was that uneven, I'm gonna think, well, this person's only following me to get a number. Like that's all I am to that person, is just a number. So there's apps that you can download to even that by unfollowing the people that have never followed you back. Because if you're following 300 plus new people a day, they're not all gonna follow you back. Maybe 10% of those will. So you're gonna eventually unfollow those who never followed you back.
How long do you wait?
I give them a week. Yeah.
How many new people do you try to follow every day?
300 plus. Now you got to stop at 1,000 because otherwise you're going to get a
I'm
warning.
at 300. I'm slacking, so I need to pick it up.
Yes.
I'm not close to.
I noticed a big turnaround in mine whenever I was about to 3,000 plus followers. That's whenever I really started to notice a big turnaround. So if you've got like 1,500, you want to push to get that higher. I think her hand was up first.
Oh, that's okay. I cannot figure out the thing, like how many people they let you follow at a time. What?
It's kind of like, I think every single person is different. Like I have days, like the other day, like I probably followed 1,000 people because I got a notification that I was locked out for a little bit. So that day, like it was fine. I probably did that within an hour. But then other days, like I'm locked out at 20. So I think it just depends on the mood of Instagram that day. No, you're good.
So that's what I was gonna ask. I'm using Crowdfire. I just started utilizing Instagram to do this. I'm trying to do it, but I'm following people and it's telling me to follow a lot in the beginning, and then all of a sudden now unfollowing. Sometimes it tells me you unfollowed too many people, try again in 1 hour. That's how it is.
And now it's 24 hours. I recommend downloading like 3 or 4 different apps to unfollow people. What's that?
What are those apps?
Insta-Ghost, I think, is one, and that's one where you can unfollow your ghost followers, and your ghost followers are people that have never liked or commented on anything. So that's gonna also help me lower my number. So there's Crowdfire, there's Instatrack, Instafollow. I mean, you can just go on your app store and search follow Instagram or something like that. So I would download like 4 of them, and then just do that, like, while you're really, really building it up, I would do that I would probably do that 2 or 3 times a week because you want to give people a chance to follow you back. Now, right now, like I probably do it once or twice a week just because my number is so different now. Like my followers is a lot higher than my following. But while you're really trying to build that up, I would at least do it 3 times a week.
Okay.
And having 4 apps will help you do that.
Yeah. Thank you.
Does it let you see like who you unfollowed, or does it?
Yes. Okay, she asked if it lets you see who unfollowed you. You're gonna see their name, don't look at it. And you're also gonna be able to see who doesn't follow you back, don't look at it.
It'll be people you can friends with.
Yes, so don't ever look at your non-followers because those people are automatically gonna go in so don't look at your unfollowers, they're gonna automatically go to your non-followers. So don't even look at that. You don't wanna know who's unfollowed you. Because trust me, like I used to like I would have a bad day. Because I'm like, okay, here's a family member who unfollowed me. Yeah, so I just click the name, I don't care who it is, so don't even look at the name, but you can see who it is. And on Crowdfire, you can whitelist people. So say you're following a celebrity that you don't want to unfollow or something like that, you can whitelist them. Yeah, that's what it is. Yeah. Anybody have anything else they want to ask over Instagram before I pass it on over? We good? Good.
So me and the baby here are gonna talk a little bit. One last thing I'm gonna add. Like, first off, round of applause for Christy. Like, she had. That's what I know.
Okay, so do you remember whenever I first started and you like were on Instagram about not following people and I was like, why? Or following other followers. I was telling you that story the other day.
So say that again.
Right when I was a week in the business and I wrote on, you were making a post on Instagram and you said, don't go follow other It Works distributors followers. And I specifically commented, why not?
Okay, so you want me to explain like why you shouldn't go follow my followers?
I don't think people get that. And then secondly, like some of my girls, they know you're really good at Instagram, so they'll be like, I want to follow her, and I'm like, well, she might not
And
let
they're
you.
like, Chrissy denied me.
Yeah. So can you kind of talk through that too, so people
Yes.
know why?
Okay. So the reason you don't want to go to another It Works person, I don't care if it's somebody on this team or somebody in Australia or somebody in California, you don't want to follow another It Works person. And here's the reason why. Or you don't want to go follow all their followers. Because you want to connect with people and you want to be their #1 rap girl or guy. You don't want their choice to be with 5 other It Works distributors too. So if you're going through another It Works person and you're following their followers, that's probably already their potential to begin with anyway. So that's like me going to your Facebook page and going friend requesting all of your friends. We just don't do that. It's just, you want to build your business with integrity. And like I said a while ago, that'd be like me going to your wrap party and trying to take all of your guests as my potentials. So
Etiquette.
it is.
I mean, consider how long it took you to build up your
I
followers.
worked really, really hard to build up my Instagram just to have somebody come and follow my followers. So that's just, yeah, don't do it. So the other thing, a couple people like might have tried to follow myself or other It Works people and they're getting denied. It's kind of, I want to protect what I worked so hard to build. I wouldn't be here today if it wasn't for Instagram. Like Instagram is what transitioned me from diamond to triple diamond. Like I needed something in my business and that was it for me. And so I'm protecting what I built. But here's another thing. If you go to someone's Instagram page and you click follow and another drop down arrow says people you might want to follow or people you might know, if I'm letting a bunch of It Works people follow me, their names are going to pop up in that. And I don't want my followers to see 3 distributors right there and they want to go follow those too. Because now here they are following me and now they're following 3 other distributors. And now I got to try to work them over from those other 3 people. So it's kind of etiquette. Work hard to build something for you because I worked hard to build it for me.
Okay, whenever you go through, like, you follow a hashtag, and you just, you know what I mean, like, triple follow or whatever, and you add all those people, you're not going to each individual profile and making sure they're not It Works, are you? Or are you just adding them because they're private?
Here's the thing. Here's another reason why I'm private. I can control who sees my stuff. And so whenever I'm following somebody, like let's say I came across a boutique and I went to their followers, I went to one of their pictures or something, and now I have a list of people. I can just go through because I'm private. I can click follow, and then later whenever they try to follow me, I'll scan their website or their profile then.
That's how I do it too.
Now, if I'm public, I scan every single profile before I follow them. Because I didn't want to just follow an It Works person who now has access to my page and my followers.
I'm taking that.
I don't like public or private. Wait, there's so many different pros and cons to both public and private. So kind of figure out what works best for you. I feel like I can get more time out of my day whenever I'm private just because I can go through and I can follow 100 people within maybe 5 minutes. Yeah. So I get more out of my time like that, and then I can scan them later.
So you have your profile set to public?
My profile is set to private.
Private, okay.
It's nice if you co-team, like her and her husband and myself and my husband. Like I'll go through and follow, and then he's in charge of going through and allowing them to follow me back. Like he goes to their page.
So like my husband has my Instagram account on his phone also. So we'll work together on following people and accepting people. So the reason I'm private is I can approve or deny people to even see my stuff. Because if I'm private, they can't even see who's following me. All they see is the numbers. People are following you.
So-and-so started following me.
So you're public then. Right. So I'm private, so I have to, I mean, it's time consuming. I have to scan every profile to accept or deny whether they follow me, but for me, that works best for me. Yeah.
So when you're scanning, is that when you go in and do some commenting or liking?
Yes. So whenever somebody is in my bucket for me to accept or deny them, I'm gonna go check out their page. But while I'm doing that, and I notice that there's somebody that I want to allow to follow me, I'm gonna like 3 pictures, and I want to try to comment on 1. Because not only are they gonna get that notification that I went ahead and I accepted their follow request, they're gonna get 3 like notifications from me, and they're gonna get 1 comment notification from me. So now they're gonna come check out my page. So it's kind of like a game back and forth, because then they're gonna like and comment on my stuff, and then I'll go do the same for them. So we're doing that back and forth with each other.
When you first opened your Instagram account, did you immediately go private, or
I was public. I was public whenever I first started.
And when did you choose to go private?
I was about 1.5 years into it whenever I went private.
You said that.
Yeah. But I tried it in the beginning. I said, I'm gonna give private a try, and I tried it for like a day. And I'm like, I don't like this, so I went back to public. But like I suggest to everybody, try it for 2 weeks, try the other one for 2 weeks, see which one you like better for you. Because I mean, there's other people that they might have 50,000 followers and they're public. It's your preference.
When you go to their profile, what are you looking for to follow them back?
Make sure they're legit. Like,
So you're making sure they're not like spamming you.
yes.
That's the
Like
only-
if it's another network marketing person, I will let some of them follow me, but it depends on kind of what their page looks like. If I can tell they're building their business on Instagram just like I am, I'm not gonna let them follow me. But if they just have like a couple posts or something like that, I'll let them follow me. Alrighty, closing it out on Instagram. Okay. Who wants the mic?
I was just gonna add, here's what I'm gonna add. Okay, so Instagram too would help me when I look at my Instagram like page, is I can tell whenever I got good photo apps. So those are key too. So like Pick Tap Go, and that's where like Ashley's awesome. Clearly, if you didn't know this, Ashley's other full-time career and business that she owns is a photographer. And like Pick Tap Go changed my life. And my pictures are so much better and quick. I didn't have time to go through the editing. So maybe I'll let you kind of, do you want to share the apps that you use?
Pick Tap Go. It's like PIC.
You have to pay for it, but it is well worth it. It's gonna change the look of your Instagram.
And you can write that off on a business write-off. $1.99.
Okay, so the app is called Pick Tap Go. PICTAPGO. And it is incredible. Like, you can look really legit. You can take an ordinary iPhone photo and make it look spectacular. Crispity and lights on are like the 2 go-to. Yeah, that's the best. That is a good question. Is there somebody that isn't? It's just
can't find it.
Okay. Okay. Yes. Check out. This is the one I used before. Okay. She's asked if there was another app if you're not an Apple user. Check out. Where is?
I like Photo Grid.
Photo editor. And it's like a flower. You guys can't see it, but photo editor. You can sharpen it to make it, a really good web quality. You can add awesome filters onto it. You can edit the crap out of it. It's awesome. So I use that one in conjunction with Pick Tap Go. The other thing that I learned from Chrissy, one of many, is using the No Crop app as well. That way when you go into your Instagram, it looks bright and lively. I didn't realize what a difference this makes in like the appeal of it. And this is what I do for a living. But I didn't realize how much of a difference my page looks now when you go and it's bright and airy and people can see all the images and it doesn't crop them. So No Crop And basically you can take your vertical or horizontal images, and I'll give you guys an example. I'm not that you guys
Image sizer.
Image sizer? Okay, let me,
Got an app?
you do too. Do you find that yours isn't sharpened? Like yours looks fuzzier?
Which one do you guys like?
I have no problem.
I like
She
image
has image
sizer.
sizer.
Okay, I'm gonna try out image sizer too, because I wanna see if, I can tell the difference if it's not sharpened, as in like it looks fuzzy. And I like things that look tack sharp, because that's what I do. And it bugs me when it's not. So I'm thinking I'm gonna try that one. Because I have to go back in and I have to sharpen it, and it's pain in the butt. But like I'll take, I don't know if you guys can see like on my Instagram from right here, but do you guys see how it's, the borders are white?
Yeah.
Okay, she does, and that's where I learned it, because I would have never known to do
No
this.
crop rate.
Either or. Yep, it's both. It does the same thing. Okay.
Yeah, you can. You can do it through TikTok, so.
Oh, you can?
You just get the float.
What?
You get the float, it gives you that.
I
Where's
change
this?
it whenever I do.
Like after you
edit it at the end.
Yeah.
So, okay, so if you click on it,
Uh-huh.
okay, so click on it.
Uh-huh.
Oh.
Oh my God.
With Instagram, it'll show you before you post it.
Oh my gosh. Okay, screw the other app. Let's get the TikTok going and do this.
Yes.
Apparently, yeah, float. And it does the exact same thing that I just told you, so you don't have to do an extra step.
I just use that if the photo's already square.
Okay.
I want to add
Okay. Okay, that makes a lot of sense. So the float on TikTok go.
And it changes them. So like your vertical might be wider,
Yeah.
like, and it gives them all like a really big hair, like it gives them good look. And I like it when I share, I know John Eric share from Instagram or Facebook, but Facebook is my.
When did you find this baby?
I just find it. All you pregnant girls, be careful, I'm coming for your baby.
Oh my gosh.
Yeah, I was. I like the look on Facebook too when they're float on TikTok because it just looks lighter and people go.
It draws people to them, and I know John Eric said most people are drawn to cooler black and white images, but I find it to be the opposite in what I do. I mean, I look at photographers' work every single day of my life, so I'm telling you right now, light and airy, colorful, lively images are what's going to draw people in, and that's what people are going to notice first. So I would just highly suggest doing that. You're going to see a difference. Another app that I absolutely love is WordSwag. If you don't have it, get it ASAP. Oh, God, okay, everybody just needs to switch to Apple.
And WordSwag, I think it's $1.99 too.
Yeah, it's way worth it. If you see any of my posts like that have just words or whatever, that's where I do it. I add it on to my photos. And then the other one I absolutely love is PicLab, PICLAB, and you can add in quotes. They have a lot of really awesome graphics. Just tons of awesome stuff. You can edit it in there as well. But PicLab, I love it. Love it. They have different graphics for like different seasons or inspirational quotes or anything like that you want to add on to your photos, you can do it through there.
Hey, I really not want to share Instagram to our Facebook.
They said the algorithms.
What is it now?
The algorithms of Facebook, like you don't get as many views.
Less people see it.
Because they want you to use it from their platform.
Oh, I did not know that. So copy and paste it instead of sharing.
And I do like sometimes shoot even like separate posts. Like what I share on Instagram may be different than what my audience is on Facebook. Instagram and Facebook. So it'll be the same photo, but I'll have something different saying, with it. Whatever.
So what's the app that you use when you have like a photo that you add another photo to, but it's not in a grid?
Again, I don't know if this is like Apple or whatever, but Photo Grid. I'm a really big collage person, and especially if I'm like, capping up the weekend on Instagram and I want to show everybody what we did, I'll make collages that way as well. But PhotoGrid is thebomb.com. You can do, so you'll do a grid and you'll put in all your photos and then you can, there's, you can add in a filter, you can add in a border, like anything I'm making for like new distributors, to welcome them onto the team page, or if I'm welcoming them onto my own personal page or whatever, a shout out, I make it all through PhotoGrid. I don't know if you guys follow and see that I make collages, that's where I do it from, is PhotoGrid. You can add in like sparkly borders, so just download from Google. Like if somebody's doing a promotion, they go to Diamond, download a sparkly glitter background, and then you can implement that into the PhotoGrid. Same thing with rubies, emeralds, even just if you're making a product post, I'll do a green glitter background. It could make sense. Any other questions?
Instagram questions. Do you guys keep lists? Like we do like our 100 of just people we know, like with Instagram, you start like.
Yeah, I would highly suggest making a list of people that intrigue you on Instagram that you think, okay, I like this chick, she looks awesome, she kind of has something in common with me. And then that way, because when you start to follow so many people, you're not going to see them in their feed. I joke with Chrissy all the time, like, you haven't liked any of my stuff in a while, and then all of a sudden it'll be 50 hearts, and it'll be because she doesn't see my stuff in the newsfeed. So you're able to go in and keep tabs on the people that you're interested in, because you're not going to be able to see that in the newsfeed on Instagram.
But anytime somebody asks you about a product or your business,
write it down. Like they become a new PLC and PDT. But I also think that just keeping tabs on people that you're interested in, that you have something in common with, is good too. Yes. Yeah.
So not putting our website on Instagram and wanting to build relationships, do you even recommend us saying that we're It Works distributors?
If you go to mine, it'll say I'm a mom, I'm a wife, I married my high school sweetheart, I enjoy craft beer and clearly getting pregnant. So I just say something about myself, and I use I learned this from Alicia, but using the emojis in your bio, because it attracts. It's all about visuals. If you guys haven't noticed, it's really like marketing yourself, and it's all about visuals. So what can get people drawn in? And emojis do that, even though they're annoying. Yes, ma'am.
How, like your bio, how do people do your bio with one thing?
Okay, I'm not going to ask that because I've been wondering myself. She asked how you're able to.
Type it in your notes and then copy it.
Okay, so she asked, how do you on Instagram make it lengthier and more bullet points? Because mine right now is straight across and just super annoying to read. So Chrissy says, go into your notes, make it, copy and paste it and put it in there. I had no idea.
You can also do it from your computer, actually go to Instagram.com on the computer.
And you can do emojis from a computer as well. I don't know if you guys knew that. Yeah, it's oh geez, it's something on a laptop. Control C's.
No, on a Mac. I don't know what it is.
It's
Control Command
spacebar. Write that down. Control Command spacebar, and that's how you're able to get those emojis on a laptop or a desktop.
Okay.
My mind was blown when I knew I could do that. Control Command spacebar. Control Command spacebar.
What did I do?
That's how you do emojis on.
And emojis. And how you say what? Emojis.
Emoji.
I like it. There might have a little extra letter in there, but I like it.
Okay.
We're gonna go with emojis.
Okay, any other questions?
All right. So guys, don't let it overwhelm you. That was a lot of info on Instagram. That would have overwhelmed me a little bit. So don't let it. We're just giving you tips. If you take 5 of those things that you got today on Instagram, apply it and find what works for you. Don't think you have to go through this whole list that we just gave you. Okay?
What I do for my Instagram is I really try to build those relationships to bring them over to my Facebook. Okay, that is what I'm trying to do. I'm trying to make that be like my bridge to bring people to my Facebook. Because when I bring them over to my Facebook, I utilize lists on Facebook. And I'm gonna put them in a potentials list on Facebook. And I'm gonna blast that potentials list on Facebook all day long. Whether it's being I'm just posting to them, or whether it's being I hit that potentials list and I just comment on liking their stuff. So that's really, really what I'm trying to do is I'm trying to utilize Instagram to bring them over to Facebook.
I put my Facebook link is in my Instagram bio. Because I want them to click on my Facebook. They're gonna see a lot more of me. But Facebook is what I utilize a lot of. So that was one thing that I had.
I had my blog on there, so because I
blog with your because you have photography on there too.
So I probably should do my Facebook to be honest, but you get both. It is my life. It is me. Like Chrissy said, I'm not just a networks distributor. I have a whole life, outside of it. So that's like that. And I just got rid of a family and fair photography on it, and I just put my name, and that has helped immensely. I don't know why it took so long to do that. You're like, why did you? You should use your name. All these people are following me. Yeah, you're a network distributor, not a photographer. Oh, my bad.
You've crossed over.
Yeah.
Okay. Any questions on that? Anything you guys want to add? I just want to add, here's my thing. I'm feeling for some of you who are overwhelmed with this Instagram. Raise your hand if you're overwhelmed a little bit. It's okay. Like they answered, they're great.
Take one day at a time.
It's okay. Like it overwhelms me too. Like literally listening to them talk, I'm going, oh my gosh, I'm doing this wrong. I'm doing this wrong. I gotta change this. Okay? Here's the basics. We're giving you the tools to allow you to maybe have people that will like your pictures or allow you to develop a relationship. But the key of this business is the relationship that you are making after you've filtered those photos, after you've made those posts. So don't let that get away from you, that it's the relationships that you're going to make in between. Okay? And you guys can do that.
I also want to add that don't think that this is like an A, B, C, D kind of thing where you have to follow this, you have to follow that. See what works for you. Do you, be you, and people will follow you. They'll know you're being genuine. Do what works for you. There were a lot of hands that went up right before I said that.
I was just going to say, follow Chrissy Mueller on YouTube also because she has a good Instagram training. So if you have to watch it and rewind it and watch it again and rewind it, listen to it a couple times.
She's our Instagram queen.
It's good. Yeah. There were a few other hands.
For Facebook and Instagram, like you said, you took your photography off of. That's what people see. They'll see your profile picture, your work, don't put anything about your work.
I
On
did not.
Facebook?
On Facebook.
Oh, okay. So on Instagram, I have I'll read you my bio. I mean, it's not.
Mine doesn't say anything, it works.
It says believer of miracles, mama to 2 girls, wife to my high school sweetheart, the photog and the STL, hustling mama, food snob, and craft beer lover. That's me in a nutshell. Really, really basic.
That's your Instagram.
That's my Instagram. My Facebook, I do have are you talking about the info?
Because you know how when people search your feed, the first thing they, even if you're private, they're gonna see your profile picture. They're like, my profile picture is my picture, but then I have a photo editor that has my. It works.
I think it's fine for Facebook personally.
Yeah, I just feel like Instagram is like a different.
It's a different platform.
Yeah.
And you need to respect both platforms. But I think if you get them over to Facebook, it's game on. Mine says Ambassador Diamond, and I have pictures all the time of events and it works things. So
Alicia, what do you coach your
I double dip. And actually, I could get in further. I do a Facebook business page, but you gotta figure you can run Instagram for free. You pay for your Facebook business.
To promote it, because it takes a lot to promote these days.
Spend money to make money or do it for free.
Yeah. Just two different platforms, I guess.
So take this into effect, like whether, you know, on Instagram you're building these like a cold market that maybe you don't have. Facebook, you know, maybe you're using those same pictures that you've edited and you're just gonna add them to Facebook. But you're gonna add them, and it's to get you maybe someone to sign like a party with you. You know, think about who you're kind of talking to on Facebook. Facebook is a lot more of maybe a warm market. Okay, so maybe you still pick Taco and you make a really pretty picture, but maybe you're taking a picture of you using the product and saying, I can't wait to put this wrap on someone. Anyone want to get a wrap put on them today, tomorrow? Maybe you won't put that on Instagram, okay, because it could be, they're all over. Right. So just know that there's different ways of doing it, but again, we're going back to those relationships, okay? You can still use those photo editors, and I really think that the photos, a good quality photo on Facebook gets stopped.
And okay, this is the world we live in, guys. We live in a social media world. If you don't like taking selfies, get used to taking selfies. Like, people want to see you. They want to know they're talking to a real person. Start practicing them. Get yourself pretty one day and change your shirt 5 times and take a picture like 5 different times. Yes.
Do your hair a little differently.
Just do it. And then, especially if you take a picture with the product, like, they're gonna stop because they see you, and then they're gonna see that you're using the product, and it's just gonna draw attention. So get used to taking selfies.
And again, go ahead. You go ahead. You go first.
It was just a little tidbit. Again, you're marketing yourself, so you're not just marketing the products, you're marketing yourself. So, like I said, you go to any of our pages and you're not going to see just blasting, it works. It's not going to get you anywhere. People want to get to know you and they want to see you. This is literally, I don't know how many times we've said it, it's about building relationships. They've got to know you.
Welcome them into your adventure.
You guys ever go back?
Oh, go ahead. You're fine.
Do you guys ever go back and like delete old photos to like clear all your stuff out? Like, how do you decide what you're deleting versus like what you're keeping there? Do you delete maybe like old business posts so that they go to you? They don't see a lot of business stuff?
Like on Instagram or Facebook?
Instagram.
Instagram, I've heard of numerous people going through and just kind of cleaning out their feed. I've heard of some people who will make a before and after picture and they'll leave it up for a day or two and then they'll delete it so they don't have before and after picture, before and after picture, before and after picture. There's just a few good ones throughout their feed. So do whatever, look at your feed. If it needs to be cleaned up, clean it up, but see what works for you.
So, and if all that intimidates you, just throw a wrap party and just sign people. So that's my answer. Like if this you don't know that you can grasp social media right now, even though that's what this is about, is to talk about that, then go book a wrap party because you can do that. Okay? And maybe you're starting to kind of figure out what you should post or what you should say on these social media things. Think about, well, what are the times it's perked people's interests when you've been at a wrap party? What are the things that you talked about? What are the things that you said? Those are the things that you should be posting.
I try whenever I make a post or send a message, I want them to actually hear it coming out of my mouth. I want them to know that it's something that I would say like in person. So think about it before you type it up. And then please proofread it.
Oh, well.
I'll go take it off. Literally,
and the work. If you could just go to all of my Facebook, you will see edited. Because after I posted, I was like, oh, shit. Okay, what did I say? Like, My brain is working faster than your fingers, and so you skip ahead. Everything. I read text messages. I'm like, okay, because I'm texting straight. The one day I got really good, and I was texting with both fingers, and then she goes, "Do you text like that all the time?" I was like, "I'm trying to get this out really fast. I've got children who are burning my house down. I need to get this out as fast as I can." So yes. So don't, like I said, I keep going back. Don't let it overwhelm you. If it does,
Start with one thing. Start following people. And then when you start following people, start unfollowing the ones that aren't following you. Like, just don't overcomplicate it. It's really not that hard. It's just time consuming, honestly.
but worth it. So, and if nothing else, be thoughtful.
Yes.
Be thoughtful. We know that politics are coming up, and trust me, there are things that you can still share. I've always said this. Don't. I'm not asking you to censor who you are or change your beliefs, but also be aware that we are running a business that is based on social media. So if you want to cut off your customers in half, say who you're voting for.
Right.
For real life, so just be thoughtful of that. Keep the curse words to a minimum. I mean, throw those in a hashtag every so often. Right. My favorite. Like, oh, I didn't see that. But just be aware that you are losing customers if you are being very judgmental on something. Okay? Be thoughtful, because people want to buy from the thoughtful rap girl, rap guy. They're not going to buy from the one who's got all the drama.
Yes.
And you want to be approachable. Yeah. And it just doesn't look nice. I mean, I see it all the time, and I'm like, oh, So just be aware of that. Okay.
Any other questions? We'll do Q&A for a few minutes. It doesn't have to be Instagram or Facebook related.
Yeah. She said there's a lot of new people. Can we maybe explain a little bit like the bonuses this month? And it's a lot of people's first time.
Okay, so let's touch base on what's out there, what's at our fingertips for this month, because guys, this is a big deal. This is a big month. I've been, for some reason, like March of this year, March 31st in particular, has just kind of been etched in my head for a really long time. So I think that's going to be a little bit insane. But let's kind of touch base on what we got our hands on. We got the Ruby bonus. So for me, what I am doing with the Ruby bonus is that I'm really throwing it out there, and I'm using it as lure for my potentials. So I'm making sure that they know they have the ability to get a $1,000 bonus if they sign. The sooner in the month they sign, the more month they get for free. So let them know that every single day that passes by is the day that they're missing out on for free, because they do get 2 full months. So let them know that this is your hook, line, and sinker. Use this Ruby bonus to get as many potentials in as you can, because we don't always have this $1,000 bonus. We also have the double emerald bonus, guys. So $2,000 if you are going for Ruby, go for emerald. Okay, if you're going for emerald, go for diamond. $2,000, so basically that's going to be broken down. You're going to get $500 for 4 months added onto your commissions check. And then we have the double good bonuses. Okay, so $20,000 for diamond. Okay, $30,000 for double. Okay, 50 for triple. I gotta remember all these. 100 for presidential and $150,000 for ambassador. Okay, so double good bonuses. Basically, what good bonuses are is they're a bonus that's added onto your check for the next 25 months. So say you get a $20,000 bonus, you're gonna get an extra $800 a month on top of your commissions check for 25 months. Okay, that's a big deal, considering diamond, an average is right around $2,000 a month, okay? So honestly, if you're at Ruby, you should be pushing yourself to get to diamond by March 31st. You can do it. We've had 2 ladies here that did it this past month. So push yourself to hit emerald and hit diamond this month. Anything else you want? Any other questions on the bonuses? Ruby, Emerald?
If you're going Ruby, guys, you have to be signing distributors.
Yes.
There's no way around it.
A lot of people have questions about like their qualifications for Ruby depending on the month that they sign. So this is just for you and your team members to kind of let them know, let yourself know. If you signed after January 2nd, you have until the end of this month to hit Ruby and get that $1,000 bonus. If you signed after February 2nd, you have until the end of April. If your distributors or yourself signed after March 2nd, you have all the way until the end of May to get that $1,000 Ruby bonus. Even if we don't even have the Ruby bonuses next month or the month after, those distributors are still eligible for those.
Who in here has earned a good bonus? Who's going to earn?
That was my next question. Those are an awesome addition onto your check. Every single one of you in this room is worthy of one of those good bonuses. So just realize it. You are worthy of it.
Any other questions?
Okay, so I've got a lot of loyal customers on the page, but I don't have a lot ordering anymore. So for me to go to Emerald, I mean, I know I'm signing more loyal customers, but should I worry about putting those underneath my other people?
Fill those boxes to 400.
Okay.
Yes.
So I'm okay on my side.
Yeah, your PBB, you're commission qualified with your 80 BB auto ship or 150 PBB. So you don't have to have 400, PBB. You can start placing those elsewhere in your charts to get your people below you to 400. Did that help? Any other questions? Okay. I'm going to share just a short story, and then we're going to do a group picture, and then we're going to do something else really quick. Okay. So everybody just listen. Okay. As a man was passing the elephants, he suddenly stopped, confused by the fact that these huge creatures were being held by only a small rope tied to their front leg. No chains, no cages. It was obvious that the elephants could, at any time, break away from their bonds, but for some reason they did not. He saw a trainer nearby and asked why these animals stood there and made no attempt to get away. Well, the trainer said, when they are very young and much smaller, we use the same size rope to tie them. And at that age, it's enough to hold them. As they grow up, they are conditioned to believe that they cannot break away. They believe that the rope can still hold them, so they can never break free. The man was amazed. These animals could at any time break free from the bonds, but because they believed they couldn't, they were stuck right there. Like the elephants, how many of us go through life hanging on to belief that we cannot do something simply because we failed at it once before? Failure is part of learning. We should never give up the struggle in life. Is break free of the chains, of the ropes that have ever been holding you back. Don't let anybody else tell you what you can or can't do, because this right here is all it takes. Okay? Don't let that rope control your destiny or your success in this business.
All right, let's take a group picture. Should we go ahead and stop the film? Yeah.